What are the top cars guys can buy to attract women? Grab your stick, grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB, and y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Cigar Jeff, man. All of my information is below. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know the routine. As soon as you come into the building, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, man, and we gonna jump right into this thing. But before I do, y'all know I gotta introduce my resident relationship expert. I got it down there in the title now.
Oh my Lord.
It's an official title down there. Y'all
No,
should
it's
see
not.
it. And then she the resident relationship expert. She been bringing some banging interpretations on these last few podcasts. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Tell y'all what she's sipping on tonight for the podcast.
Thanks, JB, for having me back. Tonight I'm sipping on, just finishing off this bottle of On the Rocks, Hornitos Margarita. I'm slowly getting rid of that one.
That's surprising. I thought that would have been gone. I thought that would have been gone by now.
No, the jalapeno pineapple ones, I go through those really quick. But this is just the
Okay,
basic margarita one.
that was a little bit. That was a little bit tartar.
It's
When
just
I say
okay.
tartar, it ain't as good as the
Mm-mm.
spicy margarita one.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't as good as the spicy. So, guys, that might impact how she gonna do this. How she gonna do this podcast, man. But I appreciate her. I appreciate her being on, man. Tonight, I am smoking. Let me get my little the Aroa Honduran Robusto.
Okay.
Aroa Honduran Robusto. And tonight, I'm sipping on my Milagro Reposado tequila, just so
Oh,
y'all can
okay.
see it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had to bring it. I had to bring out the tequila for this one because one of the things y'all gonna find, and don't forget, it's hot as all get out down here in Florida. So I got my lemonade back here too, just in case this
Oh,
this
okay.
tequila start. If this tequila start fighting back too much during the podcast, so I got, and y'all see, get the merch, man. Link in the description. Get the merch. So guys, we had to do this podcast, and shout out, man, to everybody who sent me ideas and stuff like that y'all want us to talk about, man. I just appreciate y'all letting the Family Affair edition get into y'all
Hmm.
business a little bit. But I got approached and it was talking about, does cars and women still matter for the guy? So what kind of car should a guy drive if he's trying to attract a woman? Because a lot of guys say, Jeff, man, people try to tell you that material don't matter, blah, 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 blah. But the moment you show up in a beater, and it's like the date don't go well at all, right? So we talking about top cars that guys should buy to attract women. Now, what I had Rhonda do, Rhonda hadn't seen any of the articles I'm gonna go over,
Mm-mm.
and what I had Rhonda do is write down a few cars that she thinks a guy should have, and I wrote down a few cars that I think a guy should have, and then I got these two articles I want to go over, and we just gonna vibe out to that. But before we get into that, Rhonda, when you got the topic, what was the first thing that you thought?
This was a hard topic. Like, again, I guess if I was younger, maybe it would make a difference with certain things, but to me, this was hard. It was hard for me to
Now,
come up with.
the person who sent me this, guys, person
Hmm.
who sent me this, late 30s, early 40s,
Hmm.
late 30s, early 40s. So that you kind of grew up in a different era, and now you kind of stuck in between what new school is and what old school
Yeah,
is.
man, like these are priorities for me now. Of course, you want somebody with a dependable car or whatever, but then you also have Lyft and Uber and all that kind of stuff. So what I thought was, dang, man, let me try to think of something. Like, because I mean, because I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just know based on social media. I wrote down stuff based on social media, what
Okay.
people would be looking for, and then I wrote
Good.
down my practical options.
And guys, she ain't had five guys today, so I don't know how this thing gonna turn
No,
out.
I had
Normally she had
Rhonda's
five.
house today. I cooked today.
So Rhonda just said something. You said you did social media,
Hmm.
and then you did practical based on your opinion.
Yes. Because I
Okay,
didn't know
and
how
guys,
to approach it. I'm like, I really don't know.
okay, and guys, what we're gonna do right now, and when I get, like I said, when I got the when I came up with the podcast topic, first of all, guys, anytime people tell you something, it don't matter. More than likely, it does. Don't take the bait, right? The car is probably the most important thing that you can ever have. Why? It's what's taking you back and forth to work. It's what's taking you to get your responsibilities done and that kind of thing. And we're all visual communicators. So a lot of people probably won't even click on this podcast because they don't think it should matter. Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't. But in reality, it does. And it does a lot of talking in your first impression. So what I want to do, Ronnie, before we get started on sharing articles, I want you. I got my five, but I want to let you do one, I do one, and
Okay.
and and, and then let's talk about it before we get into these articles. What's the first one you wrote down?
I wrote down Mercedes. First one.
Okay, did you put a Mercedes certain model?
No, because I figure it's just the big one. The big one, like somebody I know on this podcast got.
Yeah, let me tell you, as somebody who has that, guys, it don't work. Let me tell you, man, I appreciate her right. Now, the reason why I asked, because Ron's talking about S class, guys, right? I got S class. Some of y'all who watch my short form content, you probably see me shooting some videos in it while I'm in between appointments. Rhonda wrote down the big one, right? She didn't know what it was. So what does that mean? If you roll up on her with the small one, if you roll up on her with the small one because her brother got one of the big ones,
Oh
it
Lord.
might not. She might be. This ain't gonna work. It's
Well,
gonna.
not if my knees hit the dashboard. No, that ain't gonna work.
All right. So Rhonda put the big one. Mercedes the big one, but that's the
Hmm.
S class. Now
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little practical. I'm gonna go a little bit more practical. And y'all can see the difference between me giving you a list and a woman giving you the list. First thing I went with, guys, you cannot go wrong. Honda Accord. Cannot go
That's
wrong.
on my
If
practical
you pull
list.
if you pull up on a Honda Accord, it might not get you nothing, but it damn sure ain't gonna lose you nothing.
Because which year you talking about? Not 1996.
I ain't talking about 96,
Okay,
although
I'm
that was a
just
good
saying.
year.
I know.
Because Rhonda maybe had 96 Accords back
Yes,
in the
we
day in
did.
college. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if you got a 1 to 3 year Honda Accord, if you got a model that looks similar to the current model, you fine. That's gonna be a dependable car. It ain't gonna break down. The technology in it is good, right? Because y'all know Honda makes Acura. So now that was my first one, Honda Accord. Rhonda, jump in there, give me your second one.
Audi. That's my
Mm.
dream. That's my car.
Which one though? Audi, which one though? Which
Oh,
one?
the well, I would say the S8 or the S7, but definitely the
Okay.
sedan. Definitely the sedan.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hold on. Okay. All right. Now,
The
now
S is the
I'm a
sports
cor-
model though, so not
I'm a
the A.
corrector.
Yeah.
I'm a corrector though. Remember, the sedan is the A.
No, they
The
have no.
SUV
They
is the
make them
S.
in S's now for the
They
sports
make them.
model.
You
Yes,
want the
I
sports
promise.
model? Okay.
Yes,
So
and it
you
has
want
the
the
red
A7?
interior, and it has yes. I checked
Okay.
it out. Hmm.
Okay. Good. Now she wants you to have a big body. So Randy wants you to have a Mercedes big body, and now she wants you to have Audi big body. But it got to be the sport model. It can't be the
Yeah, it
regular one.
can't be the
And
regular one.
y'all see how women start off? She started off saying it really don't matter. I'm too old to be dealing with this. Look how particular she
No,
done
I
got on.
am. I am too old. Give me a Subaru.
Hell no. We ain't doing no, we ain't gonna go no, we ain't gonna get no Subaru. Now guys, full disclosure, on my list, I had Audi A3 or Audi A5 sport model.
Mm-hmm.
Audi A3 or Audi A5 sport model. And y'all gonna kind of see like some of these things. If you got an Audi A3 or Audi A5 and she wants you to roll up on an Audi A7, you good. Because she still see you got potential. No different. If I got a BMW M3 3 Series, if she wants you to have a set, if she wants you to have an M Series and it's a 5, you still good to go. You at least in the arena. Okay. So me and Ron own one with that. But Ron, what's your third one?
Tesla, since I've been seeing them so much.
Ooh, okay. Which one, the SUV or the sedan?
Oh no, all of
Or the
mine.
truck?
I
You
think
want the
all
side
of
of the truck?
mine. No, hell no. I mean, no. I
So
literally just did that because I see them Teslas all the time, and I was at a place and saw one. It was a self drive. They were like letting it come pick them up in the parking lot, and I was like, okay,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
So I
Hey
don't know if
guys,
that's
y'all
the
can't.
T model or I don't know, but
Yeah. So guys, let me tell you, you can't go wrong with a Tesla. I'm seeing them cyber trucks all over the place down here in Florida. Um, Tesla guys, make sure y'all understand if a woman says EV, make sure you know which one she wants. Because if you think you can pull up with a Chevrolet Bolt and she said, she thinking you got a Tesla, make sure you ask what kind of EV is she, is she interested in? Because I'm gonna tell you guys, pulling up on a Volkswagen EV ain't the same as pulling up on a Tesla. Okay, how y'all know Tesla is the one EV that matters? Every charging station. If you
Mm-hmm.
pull up and see the Tesla branded charging stations, that's a nice charging station. If you see one over there that you don't recognize the name and you got to do
Or
all
you
this
need to
stuff,
have the charging station at your house.
you got to have a charging station at y'all. And guys, and not no electric, not no extension cord pulling from one of your regular outlets in the garage.
No, built
Right?
in.
We need the built in. We need the charger that they send a dude to the house to build it. So Rhonda said Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
My third one, guys. See, I'm
Mm-hmm.
out here for the fellas. I'm out here for the
You better
fellas.
not say my next one. Go ahead.
Toyota Camry.
Oh my
Toyota
Lord.
Camry. Toyota Camry, guys. But you gotta get the XLE model V6. One of the things I'm trying to tell y'all right now, and back to the Honda Accord, you gotta get the V6 in these things. Right? You gotta get it. She got to feel some. She got to feel some torque when you hit the gas. Don't have
In
it
more
thinking,
ways
oh,
than one.
yeah. Don't come over there with the 4 cylinder talking about a turbocharge. No, guys, it's got to have a V6. Got to have a sunroof in it. You gotta have that leather interior. Don't rock like we had to rock in '96. That was necessary back then. But now when you get into a car, make sure you got all the technology. Right, the Toyota Camry XLE
Mm.
V6 model. Right, make sure you do that. Now, Rand, is Toyota Camry on your list?
Absolutely not. It ain't even on my It ain't even on my practical list.
Guys, what did I tell y'all? Look how she started out talking. Right?
I'm doing
I'm
this
over
for
here,
y'all. I'm doing this for
I'm
y'all.
over here trying to look out for the fellas, right? I'm over here trying to
I'm
look
gonna
out
look
for the
out for
fellas.
them. On my last two, I'm gonna look out for them.
What's your next one, Randy?
The Jeep Rubicon.
Jeep Rubicon. Now,
Mm-hmm.
guys, full disclosure, man, we'd have had a, I've
Get
owned a
ducked.
Jeep,
Get
man.
ducked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. And them Jeeps, if you got a Jeep, guys, that's automatic. Ain't nobody gonna be disappointed. Ain't nobody gonna be. But notice what she said. Now you got to get the Rubicon.
Oh yeah.
Got to get that Rubicon because that Rubicon gonna have the different accents inside. Gonna have better suspension, all that kind of
I
stuff,
know all
guys.
that,
So
but yeah.
yeah. You want to get that. The Rubicon gonna have a better suspension. Gonna have better struts on it. All that stuff matters when you get a Jeep because a Jeep drive like crap. But whenever you pull up with one, especially if you take the doors off top down,
Yeah.
all that kind of
You have
stuff,
to, as
right? You
y'all
got to
say.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my next one, is a Lexus, but it has to be the RX series. So what do I mean by that? That RX minimum, that medium size SUV. When I see women look at that car, women love that car. That Lexus RX version has always been a car that has appealed to the ladies, man. And again, I'm telling y'all right now, that car got everything you need if you're a single dude, right? Not so big. You're not getting the big boy truck like the Expedition or whatever. That mid-size SUV get you there every time. What you think about that one, Ron?
I mean, yeah, well, one of my clients just got one of those, or maybe she got the big one. Now, granted, she married,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
her
Mm-hmm.
Lexus is really nice. But I feel like hers
Absolutely.
is the big one, though.
It may be. And if you can get the big one, if you can get that GX or whatever it is, if you can
Yeah, I
get that,
feel like hers is big, but I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get the GX, get it. Absolutely. Now, Ronnie, what's your next one?
So I want to say like an actual tie because you can't go wrong with a classic. Like it's a three-way tie. You can't go wrong with a classic Escalade or Tahoe. Let's just
Oh,
let's just
okay.
put that out there. But
Okay.
what I had wrote down first was any of those Ford F-150, like those big trucks with the extended
Okay.
cab,
Okay.
like just yeah, the 350, whatever.
Full disclosure, guys, I got the Chevy Silverado on my list, and I got the F-150.
Yeah,
Shout out
so
to my dog Joe, because Joe drives the F-150 Raptor,
he get all the
right?
paperwork. Never mind.
He got this. Got that F-150 wrapped the turbocharged.
Okay,
Right.
good
Shout
for
out my
him.
dog Joe, man. He
Good for
got
him.
the fact that Rhonda to put that in that right. But that's on my list too, guys. That was my last one, the Chevy Silverado or either the F-150. You can throw the Dodge Ram in there too, but they gotta have some big tires on it. Gotta be lifted, right? Gotta have your stereo system in it. Right? It's gotta be a nice truck. That's a
Hmm.
good pick, right? That's a good pick. Now, what other honorable mentions do you have on your list before we get into the article?
Oh, of course, like I said, Subaru, like almost any Nissan that is
Altima.
Murano or better, Murano or higher. Um,
Shout out to the Morano. It picked me up
yes,
from the airport.
she's still kicking. Um, and I did say Honda, and I was like, pretty much any type of crossover SUV. That's since that seems like that's the thing now. People like to be higher up off the ground, so not
but
one in
don't
particular.
want it so big. But
Yeah,
don't want it so big. And y'all
yeah,
got to realize whatever you pull up in, that girl is going to envision herself driving it. Always know that, guys. That's
absolutely. I
one of
can
the
see that.
biggest tips I want to give. When you pull up, that woman going to say, "Can I see myself driving this car?" So make sure you put that into consideration. So this is me and Ron, and I did my list, guys, before I actually read the article that I'm about to show y'all. Okay,
Hmm.
but I want to, go over this article real fast. Let me just share my screen. Me and Rhonda just want to set the tone. I just want to hear what she had to say before we get into this. Rhonda, let me know if you can see this article.
Okay.
Okay, guys, over here at realmenrealstyle.com, November 2023. And guys, we go, does having a nice car make you more attractive? What a car says about a man. Okay, guys? I'm not my car. My car is not me. Yet, according to multiple studies, the vehicle a man owns reflects his image and has a strong effect on his perceived attractiveness and even the way he drives. I want everybody to see that, Rhonda. Look, he said, according to the studies, I don't want to be defined by my car,
Yeah, but
but
you
the
are.
perceived attraction, you are, guys. Okay? Now, as a man who used to ride a motorcycle, still drives a truck, and now occasionally drives a minivan, he said, I have to agree with these findings. Now, when I decided to bring this up for the podcast, me and Rhonda last week were just talking about the last couple of weeks we were talking about micro cheating. I forget what we talked to go to church last week. Now we're talking about a car,
Yes, Lord.
right? He said, like it or not, the car you drive will have a direct impact on your image. Think about it. He said, how often have you seen someone drive by in a raised 4x4, Rhonda said Jeep Rubicon, with huge tires, dual exhaust, custom paint job, or the American Southwest on his tailgate and thought, wow, he must be a history professor at Texas Tech University? The
Mhm.
answer is never.
Right.
No, we all have stereotypes based off of what they drive. Ronnie, what you thinking so far about this article? Is he on to something?
Man, I could see where he's trying to go. I don't know what the rest of the article is going to say,
Okay.
but yeah, you do have a perception when you see certain cars, like a lot of times how much money somebody's probably making or not making,
What they do?
or what they possibly do, or
Mm-hmm.
if they carry bills or not.
Nice. If they carry me. Hold on. Y'all let me light this cigar again. I'm over here. I tell
Like
you.
stuff, little stuff like that. Little stuff.
Okay. Now, no, we all have stereotypes of people based off of what they drive. Okay. Porsche, BMW, Prius, Silverado, Harley Davidson, the list goes on. The goal of this article is to help you understand the relationship between your vehicle and your image so that you can control it and use it to your advantage. Now, the reason why we're doing this, guys, is that I'm not trying to make anybody feel lesser than or better than because of what they drive. We trying to teach you the psychology behind it so that you can understand this may be the first impression on a date. This may be the first impression of the person you gonna marry and be with for the rest of your life, right? Look at what he says. An attractive car makes the man with it more attractive. If you're looking to catch the attention of more women, owning or even being seen with a great car will help a lot. Seriously, a
Yeah.
study conducted by the University of Wales Institute in Cardiff made a strong case for that. In a nutshell, women of various ages were shown two sets of images: one decent looking man driving a Bentley and an equally good looking man driving a Ford Fiesta.
Mm.
Look at this, guys. Close to 60% chose the man with the Bentley Continental. The fact that women chose the man with the more expensive car highlights a few things. It's not so much that the car is desirable to women, but more as to what it represents. A great looking car signifies security, stability, luxury, which are key traits women find desirable from a man. Rhonda, jump in there. Let me know if this man is on point with what he's saying.
Well, as shallow as it sounds, I mean, you could tell that somebody with the Bentley made different choices in life. I'm gonna say, I ain't even know they still made Ford Fiestas, by the way.
Or he's got to get credit and he could be barely hanging on to it.
Or yeah, or that too. Yeah. Um, but maybe, but I also, but again, like I'm kind of torn because I'm like, there's something about being practical, not cheap, but practical that I don't know. Like I said, I think at different stages in life, certain things like for me, the bank account is more important, like what your assets are,
Yep.
like that type of stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
for a younger
Mm-hmm.
set of people, I could see how that would mean something for me. Like I do like, yeah, it's nice to have the little blind spot indicators and all the little bells and whistles you got on your car and stuff now,
No.
backup camera, all that kind of stuff. you know, for those of us who text and drive all the time, all of those safety features.
Guys, I can tell you like this. When I read this, I said, "Oh my God!" They went from one spectrum to another spectrum, right? Bentley versus Ford Fiesta. You went from the top tier down to the entry level. Both cars can get you from point A to B, but which one do you want to be in on your way there, right? And guys, full disclosure, like y'all know, I'm a real estate broker too. I know how people look up to. I know how people look at me when I pull up on the cars I have versus some agents that may show up in a different type of car. And whether you want to believe it or not, that
Mm-hmm.
car, that car matters, right? So let's keep going here for a second. Cars are an extension of ourselves. Another study was done, this time by Temple University, detailing how we identify ourselves with cars we drive and how it influences with our very identity. This can be seen as a good or bad thing. If you really identify with your high-speed sports car, it can cause you to behave aggressively, especially when driving. This may result in numerous speeding tickets and aggressive driving. On the contrary, driving a luxury car can raise your self-esteem, being more confident around others, and influences you to seek out friends and companions who share your taste. Keep in mind that the study also suggests younger men are prone to being influenced by their car, given they are still in the process of figuring out their identity. Overall, how you act is something that gets judged by others, so it's important to keep in mind that your car could play a small role in this. Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you're thinking when you hear that part.
Well, it sounds like from this article, it plays probably the biggest role,
Yes.
like right up,
Yes.
right behind what you look like, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
if your car can make you look that many times better, it's almost like you better invest into, according to this
Yes.
article, invest into a decent like type of car. Um,
Absolutely.
I, I know the same probably don't apply to women because, like, at the end of the day, it just doesn't. Like, women don't
Mm-hmm.
have to have that type of stuff. I could think their bodies have to be like what you would invest in as far as what men would look for. But no, I totally agree with this. I could see how that could be a thing. Like, how about your car be clean? Can we have a clean car? You know?
Guys, look, this is the reason why I'm showing y'all this article. It is the most important decision you can make.
Yeah.
It is an extension of your identity, man. This study is not lying. When I saw this article, I'm like, I always had to downplay having a car because where I'm from, we just didn't have a whole lot. If you were happy to, you were lucky to just have a car. It didn't matter as long as we were driving. And now you hear something like this, you see something like this, and now it's a part of your identity. It's not you, but it's an extension of your identity. And I think this was probably one of the most important parts of the article because the car doesn't make me. The car is a supportive thing to what I do and what I'm about in my individual brand. So it's important, guys, don't minimize what your car is. And you might be in a financial situation where you can't get the car that you want, but you can still treat that car like it's the car that you want. So even if you can't get the Bentley and you got a Ford Fiesta, that Ford Fiesta should be treated like a Bentley because
Mm.
it's an extension of your identity. And you got to let everybody know I'm on my way to getting my Bentley. Because
And
on
then
these
that's when
cars,
he'll get the woman he wants.
and he'll get the woman that he wants.
He ain't gonna get it with no
Exactly.
Ford Fiesta.
Fellas, stay strong, fellas. Rhonda's opinion is her own. There might be a woman out there who
No, they not. Like, why
Fellas,
have
hold
somebody with a
on.
car smaller than mine? That ain't gonna work. So,
Stay strong, fellas. I stay strong. All right, guys. Look at what this guy said in the caption right here. My dream vehicle, Chevrolet, room for six, a bed for tools and moving supplies, and the ability to deal with bad weather fits my needs. Remember, guys, this is a father, married man. He's driving a minivan right now, but this is the car he wants. He wants that Chevrolet Silverado, lifted, extended cab, all that, just like Rhonda said. Rhonda didn't see this article before the podcast, guys.
mm-mm.
Next section, it says, choose a car that's right for you. I know not all of us have the option to drive an expensive car, let alone a Bentley. However, you can still drive something that specifically fits your lifestyle, which is, in our opinion, a win-win. Here are the top things you should strive to achieve when in the market for a new or used car. Okay? Keep your vehicle simple. I'm just going to go through this real fast, Ron, because I want to get to the next one. He said, color selection, right? Doesn't make sense to get a car in yellow or lime green. Instead, get a color that's practical. Another important item to consider is sizing. In most cases, stick to a vehicle that is appropriately sized to who you are and what you do. Rhonda just said it. Keep your vehicle clean.
Oh.
Now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Since I ain't in the game no more, very rarely are you going to see my cars clean. And I'm bad about that. Right? I'm bad about my car being clean. Now, I'll watch it if Rhonda and PB come to town or something like that. Or, I got behind a garbage truck or something like that on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, and y'all know they sell these memberships now to these car washes. And I should be better about keeping my car clean. I do not keep my car clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I see beautiful cars every day that look less than stellar given the condition they're in. This goes for both exterior and interior. I immediately form an opinion of these drivers, and they usually aren't great ones. Why give off an impression of having no attention to detail or that you lack cleanliness if you can't simply wash and tidy up your vehicle? So men inviting someone to your car for the first time and having it look immaculate will do way more good than harm. It doesn't take much effort to keep your vehicle clean, but it could provide big payoffs in terms of what opinions people form of you guys. When you're going to meet this girl for the first time, had a car clean, guy. Ain't no excuse for not having a clean. Ron, you agree with that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your vehicle practical, guys. This ties in with keeping your vehicle simple. It should be a reflection of your own unique character as a man and the sort of life you're living. For example, drive a fancy sports car may be fun, but may not be practical if you mostly use it to drive your family around. Not only is it not practical, it also may give off the wrong impression to others. A practical car is better than one that seems to be out of place with your lifestyle. Jump in there, Ron. Let me know what you think about that one.
Well, I think that's a fine line to walk, right? Because you may be. I feel like this topic is geared towards like single guys who are maybe looking, but at the same
Absolutely.
time, if you're married, people are still looking for you too. So not that you got
Preach.
to not that
Preach.
you got to entertain it, but
Preach.
yeah, like if I see you getting out of a minivan or a white cargo van, either way, just let me know you attached to
Not the white,
something or
not
something.
the white cargo, not the white cargo van. I'm
You
telling y'all,
know,
now Rhonda started off telling y'all it didn't matter. She old now. She don't. Right? All the details she giving y'all fellas.
no, it does
Don't
no, but
fall
it
for it.
doesn't no, but it doesn't matter. To the point where it's like if well, I guess it does if it makes you attractive or not. Um but no, you can tell by somebody's car, like if they're a family man a lot of times. Or if they're not, or if they out here looking.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so, and it's one thing to be established, and then there's another thing to be like, oh no, this is just one of my dream cars. And I'm gonna tell you another one that will get you classic cars. People with
Oh,
classic
absolutely.
cars,
All
you
y'all cats
know,
out there to collect classic cars, bro.
yeah,
That's a
like
magnet. But typically that's gonna be that's gonna be an old guy that's been married for a while, or an older guy that's been divorced, right?
yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
going through a divorce and that
They
kind of
still
thing.
out in these streets too. They still out in these streets.
Y'all see, in conclusion, buy the car for your lifestyle and take care of it as your vehicle reflects your image. It says while the main purpose of the vehicle is to get you from point A to B, it would be unwise to discredit how one can have a positive or negative impact on your image, right? So that was that. that was that article. Rhonda, what do you overall? What's your thoughts on that article before we go to the next article I want to go over?
I mean, I thought it was a pretty thorough article, like bringing out certain things, certain little notes, like
Guys,
to
I
keep in
want
mind.
everybody to kind of see the science behind what goes into this, the psychology of what
Everything is psychological.
everything
Everything
is
is.
psychology. So you don't want to minimize this. For all you guys who gonna listen to this and say, well, if all she wants me for is my car, she ain't the right one for me. Yeah, I get that. You can feel that way, but you can't override the psychology of it, guys. It's a part of her decision making process. And at the end of the day, for all you traditional guys out there, you know your apartment says something about you or your home, as well as your car, as well as your job. These are things where you're gonna be spending the most of your time with this person. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, right? Rhonda just told y'all, don't pull up with a car smaller than hers.
Mm.
And I just told y'all,
Unless it's a Porsche.
Porsche, a Raleigh, right?
Yeah.
You know, a Raleigh,
Lambo. Yeah. You know, that's different.
Now, one of the things y'all gonna see is when I put this together. Look, let's be honest, guys. Most of the people who gonna be listening to this podcast, what I wanted to do was give some people practical options. And I found this article. Okay, I found this article, and we're gonna go out. Let me share this article. Me and Rhonda going quick tonight. I'm getting through this thing quick. Okay, here we go, guys. And I apologize for all the Google ads, but we over here at 0 to 60times.com, and this is the best cars for single guys to attract women. Rhonda, let me know if you can see this.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is it small?
Yeah, but I knew you're gonna be reading out this
All
stuff.
right, let me try to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Best cars for single guys to attract women. And for all y'all guys who don't think this matter and you like, whatever, she materialistic, I want somebody who gonna love me for me, blah, 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 blah. Guys, look, you can believe all that, but now come on back down to reality. Why did I choose this article? I want y'all to see. Your boy JB looking out for you. Real Cigar Jeff looking out for you.
Oh Lord.
In case you haven't figured it out yet, the unfortunate truth for guys is that most women are attracted to men with money, whether they consciously recognize it or not. This has been scientifically proven numerous times, such as recently on the Science of Sex Appeal that aired on the Discovery Channel. I didn't even know that was a documentary. In one section of
Mm.
the televised experiment, the females rated cars on a scale. Not surprisingly, the women rated upscale expensive cars much higher than the other low dollar cars shown to them. Since women evidently favor expensive cars, what should single guys opt to drive who can't afford that ultra expensive luxury or sports car? This is the reason why I got y'all this article. We have developed a list of the best cars for single guys to attract women. Unlike other car lists out there that include Lamborghinis and Bentleys, what, Rhonda? Our list is limited to new cars retailing under 50K, right?
Oh, okay.
These are cars that ought to be within reach for the average guy, and if not now, could be picked up used in a couple years. Although women have unique tastes, many of them like cars that make a statement, such as a powerful truck, sleek sports cars, or even a new electric hybrid for the environmentally sensitive girls out there. Make sure you cast your vote below on which one you think is the best car to attract girls with. Rhonda, let me see if you can. What's that first one?
Is that Jeep?
Rhonda, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now.
That thing say Jeep Rubicon.
Oh yeah.
Jeep
Hmm.
Rubicon got top off, right? Probably looking at something to go take the doors off. And this is what
Hmm.
the Jeep we had the limited edition, but we had our souped up now because they said just buy the base model and then we added everything, added the system to it, added the big tires, added the suspension, all that kind of stuff. We don't have it now, but that's a fun car to drive. And then we start to get tired of it. Okay, but a Jeep Rubicon again, guys. Like I said, I apologize for all the ads, but these bad boys have been attracting women since the 70s. If you're optimistic, then get the unlimited version to pack in more than this. Starting at around 38K, around
Yeah.
pat yourself on the back. You call the Jeep, and then
Oh
you
Lord,
post
there
in the
you go.
article.
No,
I
I
told
hear
you,
you
y'all better
though.
start listening to my relationship expert. She
Oh
called it.
my gosh,
And
there you
guess
go.
I sent her an article. She called it,
Mm-mm.
right? So number 2, we're gonna get through the Mustang GT premium convertible.
Mm.
Mustang GT premium convertible, guys. Notice what it says. Got to be a GT, so it got to have that 5.0, guys. You got to have the sports engine. She want the top down. Let her hair blow in the air. Rhonda, what do you think when you hear Ford Mustang
I
GT
mean,
convertible?
I mean, for whoever likes that. I mean, I remember them being popular when we were coming up. Hey, I mean, yeah, you like what you like.
And they still,
You know,
them Ford Mustangs
yeah,
still popular, guys.
they just
Right?
okay to me. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
okay.
Now, guys, I got a vet. Y'all probably see it in my short form videos, but I'm gonna tell you, you roll up every time a Ford Mustang rolls up beside me, they trying to race. They trying to race. But these are American muscle cars, man, and you can't go wrong with having an American muscle car. Okay. Next one, Tesla. Rhonda called it now. Tesla Model 3. Okay. Rhonda did not see this article, guys.
Mm-mm.
Rhonda did not see this article. I'm gonna keep repeating it.
Oh my
This
Lord.
is how instinctual. This is how instinctual women are, guys. She didn't have to see this article. This is not made for women. It's made for dudes, right? Because guys, we
Yeah,
don't put this much thought in this stuff,
y'all
but they're
sure don't.
telling you, yeah, right.
Only the
But
thought
this
about
is
smashing.
what are you?
Y'all think about that.
What are you? Hell no. Let's go to the next.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Dodge Challenger, guys, Scat
Oh, I
Pack.
forgot about those. Yeah.
Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. Now y'all have seen them go from a Rubicon. So guys, y'all noticing these very rough suspension, like aggressive torque, all this kind of stuff, guys. But if you can get your Scat Pack, Dodge Challenger, what you think about that one, Ron?
Those, now I don't think you can go wrong with those. Now,
They
don't
nice.
they say those are one of the most top stolen ones though? The
Yes.
Challenger or the Charger, one of them. Either way,
Yes.
but those are some. Yeah, they are head turners anyway. Wherever you see one, you're
Absolutely,
gonna
guys.
turn
And when you
heads.
crank them up, everybody. And guys, when you pull this up the valet, it ain't leaving the front. They gonna keep it right up there, guys. Okay. Next one. Ford F-150 Raptor. Shout out to my dog Joe. Shout out to my
Mm-hmm.
dog Joe. He got the F-150 Raptor. I hate to give him credit for it, but every woman who sees that truck loves that truck.
Mm-hmm.
They love that truck. His is black. It's not red like this one. But guys, nice truck. Got that power. Got that torque. But the interior, you'll be surprised at the technology on
Mm-hmm.
that truck. Okay, what do you think about that, Ring?
Oh no, I like big trucks, and I cannot lie.
And y'all see this one now. Look at the tires on it. Guys,
Yeah.
you gotta have it lifted. It's gotta have some big tire. And you still under 50K, guys. You're still under 50, well, 53 for this one. But if you can get the $50,000 car, tell the finance manager to figure out a way to
Mm-hmm.
let you get a Raptor. Don't get a regular F-150, guys. Here go Ryan's again. That's why I asked Rhonda what she wanted. Mercedes-Benz
So the
C300
C
coupe
class,
now,
yes. Oh, okay, yeah.
right?
Now those are nice.
Now,
That's the
guys,
cutest car.
yeah, allegedly. Allegedly.
I said what I said.
Look,
Yeah,
see,
that
guys,
right there. That's a nice car.
the Mercedes-Benz C300 coupe. And notice, guys, if y'all single, I'm glad they didn't do the 401. If you see somebody with the two-door one looks so much better than the 4-door one. And that's not to knock anybody who got a 4-door one. But if you single, enjoy, at least have one car in your life that only has 2 doors on it. It's a whole different driving experience with a 2-door car. And that's why I think this works. I
And
think that's why they said
it
the coupe.
invites other conversation. It invites different
Yes.
conversation.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the difference with. I like that they specifically said the coupe instead of the sedan. Okay, and what you're gonna find, guys, is there's plenty of sedans on the lot. You ain't gonna find a whole lot of coupes on the lot when you go to the Benz dealership, because most people who buy Benzes, they on the prowl as far as if they get in that coupe. So, Ron, you like how you like how you didn't even see the list, and I'm sitting here like I know they sent it to her, but you didn't
No,
name
you
all
did.
the ones.
Well,
All right, here we go, guys. Toyota Supra. Once again, another muscle car, another
Oh,
two-door car, right? Guys, this car right here. More guys go crazy in this. If you see somebody street racing, this is the car they're gonna be in. This car is, and we talked about American Muscle earlier. Now, right now, I don't know if you're familiar with a Supra or not.
not that familiar with it. I mean,
Guys, you pull up with one of these, you turn in women's heads. This car is a sweet vehicle. The lines on it are smooth. I
mm,
mean, no matter what model you have, guys, it's a hell of a car. Because most guys who get one of these, you're really into cars, you're really into speed, you're really into the technical aspects of stuff, right? And so don't that Toyota Supra is where it's at. Chevrolet Camaro, right? SS convertible.
okay.
Right? And remember, guys, once again, got to get the Super Sport. That Super Sport got the same engine that got in it. That's why you got to get the Super Sport, right? And then you got to get the convertible. So, guys, you can't get into the car if it don't have a sports feel to it. The woman wants a sport feel so that when you push the gas, they feel it. They feel it. Ronald, what you think about the Camaro? What you think about the
I
Camaro?
prefer this over the Mustang. That's for sure. Yeah,
Really?
I
Okay.
like that. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Now, guys, for all y'all Transformers fans out there, Bumblebee turns into the Camaro, right? So
Lord
all
have
of y'all
mercy.
Transformers fans, what's that?
I said, yeah. I said, Lord have mercy. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Now here we go, guys. F-250 Lariat. So now we showed y'all the Raptor. Now here go Rhonda. This the big boy one right here. Now what I'm showing y'all right here, old school who done kind of been married and been divorced or got married late, this
Multiple
what he gonna
families.
be driving.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be driving this one. Looking at extended cab, got the lifted suspension. The F-250 guys, that's the big boy right there. Ain't nothing wrong with that Raptor. But if you see somebody with these big diesel trucks, no, you dealing with
And it ain't your
somebody who,
work truck.
yeah, it ain't your work truck. Shout out to everybody who know what a work truck is.
That's the truth.
Shout out to everybody who know what a work truck is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Next one is a Kia Stinger. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but a Kia Stinger, guys. Once again, another sports car, another aggressive suspension car, just more of a sports feel. I think y'all can see the theme. Either you got a big
Yeah.
truck or you got an aggressive driving
Sports
car,
car. Yeah.
sports car. Genesis, Honda Genesis, right? The G80, the G80. Now here's your first luxury car, guys. Here's your first luxury sedan, the Genesis. I shouldn't have said Hyundai Genesis, but the Genesis, guys, the Genesis G80, right? Y'all can see it. Now, this is more of a luxury guy. This is more of a guy who's trying to show a conservative, hey, look, I'm probably boring, but, I'm consistent.
It's great for tall people too. It's great for tall
Mm-hmm.
men with tall. Yeah, because the seat 16.
Absolutely, guys. If you 6'6",
Very practical.
yeah. And guys, this one right here, you got trunk space. You probably are looking at what your executives drive at work, and you trying to, you're on the fast track at your company, and you're getting something that shows that you're ready for that level and that you understand. If you see a guy, guys, that's driving something like this and he's younger, that's because he's seeing most of the guys in charge are driving in sedans, and he got him a sedan. Versus these guys who you just saw with the sports cars that we just mentioned, they're seeing their guys drive those. Like Rhonda said, the Porsches, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. Now you just want a sports car at the level that you can get to. Okay. Then they come with the Genesis G70. Same kind of thing, just upgraded luxury, right?
Yeah.
Sporty and luxury. Okay. Here we go, guys. Lexus RC 300 F Sport. Once again, look at the color of that thing. Beautiful car, two-door car, sunroof, tinted out, alloy wheels, Brembo brakes. Look at that thing, guys. If you pull up on that, how's she gonna turn you down? What do you think about the Lexus RC 300, Ron?
Oh, he's
I
all
think
right.
LS, and I
Yeah.
think you got the LC. I want to say it's the LC 500 now. This article probably a little bit outdated, but y'all can see, man. You get this Lexus like this, you get a Lexus like this, and it's a little crazy, right? But that's a sexy car. She ain't gonna be disappointed if you pull up in that. Almost getting to the end, guy. Land Rover Defender. Land Rover Defender. Now, for some of y'all know the Range Rover. Yeah. But if you get this Land Rover, they can't even keep these things on the lot right now. Why? Because most people can't get the G-Wagon. This Defender is boxy, just like the G-Wagon, the Mercedes G-Wagon. Rhonda, what do you think about the Land Rover Defender?
Yeah, I mean, those are nice. I didn't even think about the Land Rover or the Range Rover, but those are nice cars.
And guess what, guys? The reason she ain't thinking about the Land Rover or the Range Rover is once the Mercedes came out with the G-Wagon, nobody cares about Range Rover no more.
But the G-Wagon is hot.
And so this right here, the Defender, is what most people are going to buy because they want that boxy looking, aggressive truck that can give you the impression that it goes.
These are around $50K?
So this one right here, right at $50K. This, now guys, you're going to get the base model. It's going to cost you some more money to get one like this. But if you show up with a Defender, you're going to be good to go. Now, this is a Fiat. Right? Yeah. A Fiat Spider, 124 Spider Abarth. Now, guys, I see that and I see Mazda Miata. So I don't know if you. Yeah, I see a Mazda Miata. So I don't know if you want to get this one, right? But like you said, if you're looking for something around $30K, it does send signals that you're compensating for some. Is that okay? I ain't know that's what the sports car did.
Yeah, well, of course.
Alfa Romeo, right, guys? Now here's that Rhonda said those crossover SUVs, guys. She didn't know this was gonna be up here.
No, I did.
Right. So again, guys, here's a crossover SUV, sporty. Look at those lines. It's an Alfa Romeo. She's gonna want to know about that car because most people don't drive these Alfa Romeos anymore. But here's what I'll tell you: you can only find an Alfa Romeo at a dealer that's probably selling Maseratis.
Yeah, that's the only place I've seen them.
Because you're going to be right next to the Maserati dealership. So at the end of the day, if this guy's driving a Alfa Romeo, this is pretty impressive, guys. What you think about that one, Ron?
No, I like those. I like the grill on it too, and I like the tires on it too.
And guys, it looked like the Porsche SUV too. That's what I like. The curves around it looks like the Porsche. Looks like the Porsche SUV. Now,
no, it's a sleek looking car. It's sleek.
Now I don't even know what this. Okay, here we go. Audi TT Roadster. I don't know if they make them anymore. But that Audi TT, I remember, bro. I remember these things, little 2-seater. Ain't nothing that you were hearing there. You gotta get the convertible.
Yeah,
guys, if y'all got Audi, ain't no woman gonna be disappointed with whatever Audi you show up in. That Audi, now it's gonna stay broken down. It's gonna be in the shop. But you gonna pull this Audi out, and this Audi is straight. Ron, everybody else, what you think about the Audi TT?
I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's cool. It's good. It's an Audi.
If somebody dropped one in your doorstep, but would put the top down, and tell you it's yours.
They need to make sure it's an S8.
Y'all hear that? Fellas, if y'all ain't about that life, don't be coming to give us no low models. Here we go.
I could barely fit in a 2-seater. What's that?
Ron didn't realize when she said it. She said an Escalade and Tahoe. Oh. What did this one say? Say?
Oh, a Yukon.
GMC Yukon, which is basically the same truck, guys.
Yeah.
Now the Yukon, you're gonna see. Now I would tend to add if you can. It's not gonna be under $50K, but you want to get to the Denali, guys.
Oh yeah, you gotta
get the Denali. If you can get the Denali, guaranteed, she gonna love you. It's gonna be love at first sight if you got the Denali, right? Let me see what we got here. So I think that was that was just that was it. And y'all kind of get down in the comment section. Let us know what y'all think about that list. But we were trying to go under 50K. So Rhonda, you'd have seen the list, you'd have seen the other article I came up with. You got your list. What are you thinking now? Like, so we can kind of walk these people through a journey. You didn't know the podcast was going to be this enjoyable.
No, I didn't. I was about to say, who said Oh, no, I mean, because I don't normally talk about cars and stuff. No, I thought I like the how you had a list of the cars though that made it more,
Mm-hmm.
and but I get the list of like picking what's practical and make sure it's clean. I get that too, but to have that list there because most people are visual to see like what I should be looking for. I did like that. Again, I'm here for that Rubicon. But I'm here for that big red truck, whatever that was too. I'm here for the Yukon. Um, sports cars have their place. Sports car. I ain't mad at it. They have
It's
their
interesting. Let me
place.
ask you this, Rod. Let me ask you this. Would this the way we grew up? It's hard for us to appreciate a two-door car, a two-seater car, sports car, because it wasn't practical for how we grew up, and it still affects us to this day,
Well, yeah.
right? And that's what a lot of people don't get, right? What molds you about cars is how you really grew up. And so we travel together as a family.
Hmm.
Nobody got to stay home. Everybody had to pile into the car. So
Yeah.
we were truly that National Lampoon's vacation family.
Hmm.
So you can't get a car that everybody can't get in, right? So I just thought it was interesting how I can't imagine having a Toyota Supra and that's my only car. You see
Right.
what I'm
Or that
saying?
TT. I couldn't imagine that
Yeah.
being my only car. Yeah.
If guys, I can tell you this: if that's your only car, once you get a female, you're gonna be like the guy who wrote the first article. Now you're gonna have to go buy something because y'all gonna be like, I don't want to ride in this all the time. Now that's her car. And guys, here's what y'all got to understand: it don't matter what her car is. Her car, you got to jump it every morning. It don't matter,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
The man don't think. The man don't think like the woman thinks, right? So if she got a sedan and her car's in good shape, y'all fine. But I can only imagine driving that TT every day,
Yeah, I
right?
wouldn't. Yeah.
And again, some people do though. Some people still want a manual transmission. But I text and drive too much for a manual
Well,
transmission.
you'll try to do it somehow. You will try to do it. So I always texting and driving.
I
Oh
got
heaven.
guys, I gotta text and drive. My phone always blows up, man. My phone always
You
blows
ready to
up.
meet your Lord and Savior?
Yeah, look, he gonna come get me. He
Yeah,
gonna come get me and take
for
me out.
real.
Yeah, just don't look. I'm telling y'all right now, the reason why I want to do this podcast, the reason why I want to do this podcast is because we talk a lot about relationships when Rhonda and I get together. If you go back through the playlist of all of the long form content, it's relationship based. And one of the things you're gonna find, guys, is a lot things are so simple with relationships, and we jumping over the simple to get to the complex. And even though you may not like the fact that a car matters, it does. It doesn't make her a gold digger. It doesn't make her materialistic. Psychologically, guys, this is just what they're thinking. It doesn't make them bad. I don't know you, so when you pull up, I can tell a lot about you about the car. But I'm also find out if what I thought about you was true or what I thought about you was a lie. Right? So, Rhonda, what's your closing thought for these people based on this podcast? What's your closing thought as we get ready to get out of here?
Listen, have you a decent car that's reliable and dependable? If you can afford to have a second one, that's a little more with a little more swag, it's a little more got a little more heat on it. Like then do that too. But at the end of the day, man, like seriously, like keep your car clean. Make sure you take pride in it so somebody else can look at it with pride. But like, hey, whatever you're going for, just make sure number one that you can afford it, and number two that you could keep it up.
Okay.
And
Okay.
whoever's supposed to be for you, they'll be for you. But don't have nothing smaller than what she got.
Don't have nothing smaller than what she got.
Yes.
That's the takeaway. That's the takeaway. If she got the camera, don't pull up in that Corolla. Y'all in
No,
town now.
no.
Y'all, if she got the
Like
car, don't pull
what
up
in
that
the
with the Civic.
Corolla is this? Hmm.
Guys, I can tell y'all my takeaway is simple. If it's an extension of you, take pride in the choice. If you don't want to make it about the car, just know it makes that first date even harder. Okay. If the car stimulates her conversation, that first date is going to be amazing. And what do I mean by that, guys? We did a podcast on first dates. We did it. Now all of a sudden you throw the car in here And now, if you got something that's gonna make it easier to communicate from the jump, and I hate that it's about the car, but that's reality. As a real estate broker, I know when to pull up. They determine how good of a real estate agent I am based on my car, right?
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter anything else. I I pull up in my cars, and a lot of people don't even question my ability because they say, "Oh, his car means he knows this, this, and this." And I'm telling y'all right now, make the relationship and make no, not the relationship, but make the initial interactions easier. Like Ryan said, have the car clean, and if it's nice on top of that, if it's spoiled on top of that, and you can match because it is an extension of you, you can match the personality of the car with yourself, you guaranteed to have a good first date, first couple dates, and y'all going to enjoy that car because it now is becoming an extension of y'all instead of just an extension of you, man. And y'all know what it is. It's smoke something, drink something, podcast. I'm the real cigar Jeff, man. Y'all look below in the description. Support the channel, get the merch, follow me on all the socials. If you hadn't already, get down in the comment section. Let us know what you think, man. You think the car matters? Or Jeff and Rhonda crazy? Or Jeff and Rhonda own something, man? We want to hear from y'all. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I got to thank my resident relationship expert, Rhonda. Tell them where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me on Instagram at RMBLMBT.
Man, y'all know I appreciate it being on. We coming right back next week with another banger with some more heat. We gonna put relationships back together. And until next time, we go holla.